Thank you to One State for sponsoring this video. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm ExxotikGaming. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Yes, you read the title correctly. Hyperfront is finally coming back. We all thought that game was gone for good. That game was shut down by Riot Games. They were sued because it was too similar to Valorant Mobile, and I don't blame them. The game was very similar to Valorant Mobile. You can see a little bit of the Hyperfront trailer right here, and then you can see a little bit of Valorant Mobile, and yeah, there are some pretty big similarities between the two games. Nevertheless, a lot of people really enjoyed Hyperfront. I was one of the people that really enjoyed it, and I was very sad when that game was gone for good. But yes, this game is coming back, and in today's video, what I want to show you all is their website to kind of hype up the game. They've already released a website for Chinese players. There is a trailer that they already posted on Chinese YouTube, so we're going to go take a look at that. And then I'm going to show you all some pro Hyperfront gameplay so you guys can kind of get the whole idea of what this game is about, because it's a fantastic game. I love Hyperfront. This game is actually now called Operation Apocalypse, as you can see from Chinese YouTube. So don't call it Hyperfront anymore. Call it Operation Apocalypse, okay? And I think to start, I'm going to show you all the trailer. Why not? Let's just go take a look at the trailer to start. Oh, I didn't press play. I'm sorry. Here we go. It looks so reminiscent of Hyperfront, and it's awesome. You know, we have good games like Matrix Fire, and I'm not going to complain about a game like that because it's really solid. But, like, Hyperfront was the best of the best. The best game like Valorant for mobile devices, you know, before Valorant Mobile actually comes out. It's fantastic. So I'm just going to go replay this real quick again just so we can kind of get a better look at everything. I want to say that basically the same weapons are there, but they might have slightly different gun models. I'm also going to assume, yeah, I mean, it looks basically the same for everything. I mean, maybe some of these characters are slightly different. Maybe they have a little bit different abilities, but like, I remember this guy with that special rocket launcher type thing. I remember this one. I remember that gun. It literally looks like it's almost exactly the same. So I don't really understand how they can kind of go about and release something like this without it getting sued again, but I don't really know. Seems like they know what they're doing. That is the trailer. And hey, so before we get any further, let's talk about today's video sponsor. It's a game that I actually legitimately enjoy playing. I've recommended it to you guys in the past, and you can play it right now, unlike Hyperfront, which you still can't play yet. This game is called One State. In One State, you can do whatever you want. It's a mobile multiplayer role-playing game where you choose your own path and interact with hundreds of other players on a real map of America. You will meet lots of different players in this game because there are no bots, only real players. From cops to soldiers to gangsters to businessmen, you can be whatever you want in One State. You can create your own gang and live by your own rules, literally take over the city if you want to, and compete for the title of the Concrete Jungle King. Plus, in the latest One State update, they added gang houses and a gang shop, so you can hang out with your team and gear up with whatever crazy weapons you want for the next upcoming challenges. The graphics are awesome, the map is massive, the cars are realistic and customizable, and the character design is great. One State just released a massive new update called It's Thuggin' Time. It's the perfect time to jump into the game. It's really fun, so you should definitely check it out if you're into this sort of game. Be sure to click the link in the description to download One State and use my promo code to get some cool stuff in-game. Thanks, guys, and let's get back to the video. So yes, getting back to Operation Apocalypse, if you just search it up on Twitter, you can see a lot of information from people from the past couple of days. This is, you know, people posting the trailer. There are rumors that there's going to be a PC version as well, but obviously, as you guys saw from the trailer, it literally does have a mobile version. Here's a few different screenshots, which is pretty cool. Nice artwork in the game. Absolutely no complaints about this. It looks fantastic. Here's something cool. Anakin posted that it's expected to release in China on June 30th. So in a few months from now, and then it's probably going to release a few months after that for a global audience if it does well in China. They have to see if it does well in China first. But yes, what I do want to show you all is their websites. So you guys can see the website is tqxd.163.com in case you want to go check it out yourself. You can see some more information than what I'm going to show in this video. This would be an hour-long video if I show you guys everything, but looks cool. This is more, oh wow, look at that bow and arrow. That looks awesome. The sniper, which of course we saw from the trailer, it's a little laggy. I don't think I have the best internet here right now, so I apologize. I'm on vacation. But looks like there are some rewards for people in China for, signing up early. Cool skins. I found this really interesting. Apparently, there's some way that you could potentially win a Mate 60 Pro. That's like a over $1,000 Huawei phone. So, I mean, I don't exactly know how you're supposed to do that, but what we could do is we could Google Translate this page to English and maybe get a little bit more information. Maybe we can see the different characters. We have Thunderwing, Sentinel, Flower God. These are not the names that they're going to be in English, but I mean, you can kind of get the idea. Sandmantle, and you can feel free to pause the video to see their description down there. But I just want to kind of go through this a little bit quickly so I can show you all some proper gameplay from the original Hyperfront, and we can talk a little bit more about this. Heatwave, flying feathers, glow. Very exciting, very exciting. The latest news only came out literally yesterday, so I mean, it's pretty new. It's pretty new. You can even go check it out on TapTap, maybe? Is it already on TapTap? It is on TapTap. It's taking a very long time for it to load for me, but it's on the Chinese version of TapTap, so if you have the Chinese version of TapTap, you could pre-register for this probably, and then maybe you can figure out a way to get this. I'm going to bet, though, I'm just going to throw this out there, I bet there's probably only a WeChat login, maybe a QQ login, so like many of the other games that we've seen in the past recently, you might not be able to play this yet until there's a more global test. What I did want to do, though, is show you all some gameplay from the original Hyperfront so you guys can kind of get an idea of maybe what you can expect when you can finally play this game globally. I'm hoping it does come out globally. There's always a chance it doesn't, but the original one came out globally, and I see no reason why this one wouldn't as well. It's not like, China is kind of immune to copyright issues, so maybe it's only going to be for China, but I don't know. I feel like Riot Games could still go after them. They might have just figured out a way to go around it and made it, so Riot Games can't, sue them for this version of the game. Because there are a lot of NetEase games that are very similar to, games that are made by the original creators, and they've not really had many issues. I think maybe they rushed a little bit too much with Hyperfront, and then that's why they got into some legal issues. Maybe they took a step back. They kind of figured out how they could release the game without any issues, and now they're doing that. What is this guy doing? I don't know. This is just a bunch of highlights from Hyperfront. I miss this game so much. I am so excited. And even if this game doesn't, come out globally, if you really want to play it, there's going to be a way to play it, just like High Energy Heroes. You can play that game if you really want to. It's going to be in Chinese, which kind of sucks, but when this game comes out not globally, when it comes out in an official release and it's not in a beta test or an alpha test for China, all you would need to do is just, get a Chinese App Store ID. You would just download it and then play it, and you might not even need to log in with WeChat or something like that. You could probably do a guest login, so I don't know. I have no idea. I'd love to know what you guys think about this upcoming Hyperfront game. I am super excited because, we don't really have a great game like Valorant Mobile right now. As I keep saying, Matrix Fire is good. It's solid. It gets the job done, but it's still quite a bit different when you actually start playing it, and then you start to notice all the differences between that and Valorant. Hyperfront is a lot more similar to Valorant Mobile, and it is. You can see Valorant Mobile gameplay. I've made lots of videos on my channel showing you all Valorant Mobile gameplay from China, and it looks very, very similar. Really, the only differences are obviously the gun models, the player, or the characters, I should say. Maybe just the overall graphic style is a little bit different, but even that is very similar to Valorant. If you showed Valorant Mobile to somebody who didn't really know too much about the game, they only saw 2 minutes of it, and that's it, and then you showed them Hyperfront gameplay 2 weeks later, just 2 minutes of it, they'd probably end up saying, oh yeah, I remember I saw the same game just 2 weeks ago. They wouldn't even know a difference. And it's awesome. It's awesome. I am super excited. I might even link one of my Hyperfront videos down below in the description if you guys want to see that. as well as Valorant Mobile, so you can kind of get an idea of how similar the two games are. Whoever this guy is pretty solid. I don't know. I love the gun models in this game. I think almost more than anything, I love the scopes. I really like the game. And I think many, many other people can agree. This was one of the best games for mobile devices. And it really is a shame. I perfectly understand why Riot Games would have wanted to shut this game down. But, like, you know, if NetEase can figure out a way around that to not get into any legal issues, then obviously they're doing something right. We can't just get mad at them. And the game will probably do very well because it seems like Valorant Mobile is taking forever. There's no indication when that game's going to come out globally. So this game could have a pretty decent lifespan until Valorant Mobile comes out. They're obviously going to need to differentiate itself, and I think a good way that Hyperfront did it was making a light version of the game, kind of like Arena Breakouts. There was a Hyperfront Lite, and that was good for people with low-end devices. I truly think Valorant Mobile is not going to be the most optimized game in the entire world, kind of like Warzone Mobile at least was back in the day. So just kind of expect that. Hyperfront might be like the go-to game like Valorant Mobile for lower-end devices. Let's go exit out of that one and kind of just wrap everything up here with this person's last little gameplay here. But yeah, I'm super excited for Hyperfront, or Operation Apocalypse, as we need to call it now. We can't call it Hyperfront. Operation Apocalypse could potentially be just like a, whatever you call it, like, you know, when they don't have the official name, like Hyperfront's name back in the day was called Project M. It's called a placeholder name. That's what they call it. That could just be the placeholder name, and it could have a different name entirely. I wouldn't even be surprised if they just call it Hyperfront again, but, you know, maybe to avoid any legal issues, they might call it something different. And, yeah, that's basically that. So Hyperfront is coming back. It's called Operation Apocalypse. You can expect it coming to China on June 30th of this year, in a few months from now. Hopefully, a global version is going to come out a little bit later. I'm super excited. You can let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about it. And once again, thank you to One State for sponsoring this video. You can check out that game, also linked down below in the description, if you want to play a game right now while you're waiting for Hyperfront. So, yes, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all in the next episode.